Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to the Arctic Circle, aka Port Canaveral this weekend. We've got another 6-ship day. We're braving the weather here today. It's a ice cold 44 right now here in Port Canaveral, but I hope you guys are excited for a great stream. I sure am. I'm also excited for some warmer weather here pretty soon. Speaking of warmer weather, I booked a extremely last minute cruise. And if we can hit a like goal of, if we can hit 150 likes on the stream, I'll reveal what my next cruise is. So it's no longer Norwegian Luna. I'm also hiding back in the car here until our first set of sailaways. But hope you guys are excited for an awesome stream. We've got Carnival Venezia, the Star of the Seas, Norwegian Prima, MSC Seashore, Disney Fantasy, and Carnival Vista. We got a double Vista class day today. Brenda, Oscar, RPC, hello everybody. Maxi Peach. Welcome in everybody, welcome into the stream. I hope you guys are ready for an awesome afternoon here in Port Canaveral. Just wish it was just a tad warmer. Sports with Charles, what's up? Big shout out and thank you to our members for always supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. I know, that's why I saw that Cybertruck pull up and I go, ew. That's so funny. But I am in several layers to keep warm today. If only I could keep my face warm, I'd be in really good shape. But I've got on 2 layers of socks, 3 pairs of pants. I've got a shirt, sweatshirt, a hoodie, and a winter jacket that I stole from my dad. He used this for his Alaska cruise, so this is perfect. But we are all bundled up. Treasure Your Destiny, what's up? I love all the hate for the Cybertruck. That's so funny.
MSCC Seashore on Channel 12. Good afternoon. Canaveral Pilot, MSCC Seashore on Channel 12. Good afternoon.
A lot of static in the radio today. Venezia should be our first one out today, I hope.
We just finished moving. We tucked up into the entrance to the Trident Basin with the wires down. United States Coast Guard Sector Jacksonville, Florida. The Coast Guard 50 broadcast concerning an unmanned vessel on the same.
All right, so that was the Venezia getting ready to drop lines and head out. So we got our first ship underway here in just a moment. Andre, what's up? What's up? Staying as warm as we possibly can. I've got the rest of the setup outside, and I'm sitting inside the car right now. Hanging out at Jetty Park before you check into the hotel. Very cool. Yes, dressed extremely warm today. 28 here. Wind chill making it 16. Wind chill tonight is -4. Wow. It was actually, so our wind chill was down into the teens this morning here in Florida. I think when I woke up, it was 26, which is just unbelievable. No Caleb today. I'm the only one dumb enough to be out here today. I should have gotten another coffee or something like that to keep me warm in here. Yeah, for Florida, I can't believe it. We were actually getting snow flurries in parts of Florida last night. There was some in Tampa. I didn't see any, but there was a bunch like near the UF campus up in Gainesville. There was snow flurries up there. There was a lot in Tampa. It was an interesting evening last night, that's for sure. But be sure to like the stream, everybody. I hope you guys are excited.
Carnival Venezia. Venezia is preparing to get underway from cruise terminal number 3. We'll be topping around in the middle basin and heading out for sea. Concern traffic come up on shelf 12. Security call can number files on board the Carnival Venezia. Venezia is preparing to get underway from cruise terminal number 3, Port Canaveral. We'll be topping around in the middle basin and proceeding out for sea. Concern traffic come up on shelf 12. Recall can number files on board the Carnival Venezia. Venezia is preparing to get underway from cruise terminal number 3, Port Canaveral. We'll be topping around in the middle basin and heading outbound for sea. Concern traffic come up on shelf 12. This channel, Carnival Venezia.
All right. But yes, be sure to leave a like on the stream. We have a like goal of, we're going to make our like goal a little higher today. We're going to go for 150. If we can reach that 150 like goal, I will reveal my next cruise that is taking place extremely soon. So I'll reveal my last second cruise that we've booked if we can reach our like goal today of 150. So be sure to leave a like. It tells YouTube to recommend this to more people. That way we can have as many people as possible hanging out here and watching all our sailaways this weekend and every weekend. Oscar, you can't be revealing it, man. You're killing me. Killing me. I am not going on Explorer with Caleb, no. Caleb is the one coming, though. But this cruise is in 11 days. It's actually in 11 days. It was very, very last minute. Actually, I think the morning after we booked this cruise, it like disappeared, like it sold out. So that'll be interesting. No, no, we're not. Actually, you know what? Let me check the schedule because we might actually be across from you guys. I'll give a hint. It's Norwegian.
Hello, all stations. This is United States Coast Guard Sector Jacksonville, Florida. United States Coast Guard Sector Jacksonville, Florida. United States Coast Guard Sector Jacksonville, Florida. The Coast Guard stage broadcast concerning hazardous weather. Listen channel 22 Alpha 1022 frequency 157.1 megahertz out.
Oh, never mind. We missed Explorer by a day. It was the one that we talked about on the Brandbot stream the other day. September on Vista. Oh, September's gonna come by soon. This year's gonna fly by. You'll blink and it'll be September. Yeah, of course. It is the middle of February though. Chris Scott, hello, hello. Oh, we got our lines dropping. Let's go ahead. We're gonna head outside. Let's zoom in on those lines getting pulled in. I wish it was Joy. Joy was one of the considerations, actually. No, I'm not going to be heading out to LA for the Disney adventure. That would be really cool, though. Thanks for excluding the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck hate is so real today. It's so funny. DC, brother, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. We've got our first ship just beginning to drop lines. So we're getting our sixth ship sail away here, underway here very, very soon. So I hope you guys are excited for an awesome stream. Again, be sure to leave a like. It tells YouTube to recommend no more. And if we hit that 150 like goal, I'll let you know when my next cruise is, or what ship I'll be sailing on next. It's a very different one, to be honest. It's not like all of the other ones that I've typically go on. I mean, I've been going on a lot of like the bigger, newer ships.
Our departure time is 1 hour from now at 1630. 1630.
Good copy on that. 1630 for departure. Your pilot will be there at least 15 minutes before and boarding you shoreside.
Okay, perfect. So pilot will come 50 minutes before our departure shoreside. Thank you very much. MSC Seashore, stand by on channel 12 and 16.
Prima? No, not Prima, but I am sailing on Luna in April. I'm on one of the first couple sailings for Luna. I'm very excited to check that one out. I am tempted to go on Gem. Gem is one that's kind of on my list right now. Disney Fantasy will be heading to Princess Kate. Don't know if it's the private island. If it's Princess K, then it'll be to Lighthouse Point then, because that's directly next to Princess K. So that could be why it's showing like that. Really like to try Celebrity Millennium. Strange. Inside looks, yeah, it looks very, very nice on Millennium. I actually sailed on Millennium when it was brand new. There she goes. Lighthouse Point, Lookout K. I think they're interchangeable, aren't? I think it's the same island technically, but yeah. Yeah, I think they left that yellow smokestack on Venezia because they plan to eventually send it back to Costa. So it'll be, they kind of made it cheaper and easier, and that way they don't have to replace it a second time around. No, you should, hold on, let me see. I think you're just out of the frame. Nope, you're good. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I have heard that, I don't know necessarily when, but it seems like within the next maybe 2-ish years that Venezia and Firenze might be heading back over to Costa. So we'll see how that happens, or if that ends up being the case, or how it all plays out. It's been nice to have Venezia, that's for sure. It's a very unique piece of the fleet here for the last couple years. Yeah, a star appears in the background. So they would send them back. They were originally brought over just as a temporary transfer, anyways. Essentially, what was happening is Costa was really struggling after COVID, and returning back into service after COVID. And Carnival was actually picking up a lot of demand after COVID. So it actually was a internal transfer within Carnival Corporation to kind of help alleviate the additional stress of having too many ships at the time for what their capacity was needing. So it kind of helped Costa reduce their cost a little bit, and also give Carnival the extra capacity for a little bit of time while they were, trying to wait for new ships to come out. So it was a very unique, venture that they've done with those ships. Actually, believe it or not, Costa's finally starting to turn the corner. Their past year or so, they're actually ready to start building new ships relatively soon. They've got some sort of order, at least in the works. So they may actually get a new build here relatively soon. Hello from cold and windy South Carolina. Very cool. Welcome into the stream. cold and windy down here. It may not be as cold as South Carolina, but we're in the low 40s right now in Florida, which is crazy for cruise weather. Could see Carnival keep one. Yeah, I think a lot of it, honestly, kind of contingencies on the new XL ships coming from Carnival as well. I think had they not gone through with those, they may have kept them. But once they ordered Tropical and Festival, I think that was when they were like, okay, these are around roughly the time frame that we're looking to send these back. So it'll be good and hold them over until Project Ace comes out. Oh, the Costa's new build? Oh, that stinks. Welcome in everybody that's just now joining in. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome stream. We've got our first ship underway, the Carnival Venezia, here underway, getting ready to spin around in that middle basin here in Port Canaveral and head out to sea, with her first destination being Grand Turk. So hope you guys are ready for an awesome stream. Be sure to leave a like. It tells YouTube to recommend this to more people. If we hit our like goal of 150, I will let you guys know which last minute cruise we booked and the upcoming cruise vlogs that we've got coming. Should be a very exciting one. It's different, but it's very exciting. Booked on the Festival. Oh, very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. It looks like a great ship. Stu, what's going on? I've been looking at rendering a Project Ace, and it's going to... Oh, it's huge. It's a massive, massive ship. Costa and Carnival would be partnered together. Right, exactly. It's all part of the same parent corporation of Carnival Corp, so it's not going to be a huge thing, you know, when it comes to sending them back. It was good that they did it in the first place. You know, it helped out both of them for the time being. Sure, Jay, what's your joke? And of course, if you're new to the channel as well, be sure to subscribe. We do these ship spotting live streams from Port Canaveral and other cruise ports here in Florida every single weekend. So if you guys are having a good time and you love stuff like this, you're in the right place. We're big cruise nerds here. We love cruise ships, and we also sometimes will give some little industry secrets where we can. UK, evening from Brighton, UK. Very cool. Awesome. Welcome in. Big thank you for being a member. A big shout out to our members. As I said earlier, the members do get early access to all of our ship spotting and cruise vlog videos. So big thank you for all your support from our members here. Let's see. Why did Disney Fantasy battle Seashore? No name announcement on the new Wish class. Not yet. I've heard names. Can't tell you, unfortunately, and I'd probably get several people in trouble for that. But it's a great name. I really like the name. It's actually one of two, but we'll see. Also, there may be a podcast tonight. We might be doing a podcast tonight. Caleb is available tonight. We might finally be doing the Grandiosa review tonight. So there may be a second stream later on tonight. as we review the recent cruise on MSC Grandiosa. I know it's been a few weeks, but it'll be cool. Yeah, it is good to know that Costa is recovering. I can't feel my fingers. What time will it be? It depends on when we get out of here in Canaveral, but I would say it's going to be probably late tonight. Oh, Vista's moving. It'll probably be a late night podcast, probably like, I'd say at the latest 9 p.m. So I definitely understand if not everybody's going to be around that late in the afternoon. But if you guys want to hang out for the live stream of the podcast, if not, of course, as always, you can check it out you check out the replay on YouTube or Spotify, Apple, and other podcasting sites. Grandiose again. Oh, yay, what's up? How's Joy? Is the weather any better today? Yeah, we did it. We actually did a podcast just the other day, which was nice to do it again. I think as much as it would be better to stick to a schedule for the podcast, that way it's kind of easier for you guys to predict when they're coming. Just everybody's schedules lately are just so crazy, including mine. So it's might just be easier in order to at least get podcasts going again, just to kind of do them at random when we have the ability to do them. I guess doing them randomly and not on a schedule like we did in the past is better than not doing them at all. Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun podcast talking about Project Discovery. A lot of interesting things to come from that ship, that's for sure. Wind's gone down, still pretty chilly. Yeah, it's no better up here, unfortunately. But I guess I'd rather be cold on a ship than cold at home, right? Watching from Seashore? Nice, awesome. I hope you have a great time on the ship. We'll definitely be watching you sail away here later. I think you guys are heading out in about an hour, to my knowledge. Hope Disney Wish and Wonder come back to Canaveral soon. Wonder's still in Australia. Oh. I guess how many decks on Ace? Oh, it's a very, very tall ship. Dimensionally, she's gonna be close, if not maybe just a little bit bigger than Icon when it comes to dimensions. Tonnage, that's not the case, but dimensions, like length, height, width, because tonnage actually comes off of interior space. So with a ship like the Icon and a ship like the Oasis, those big Central Park areas don't necessarily get included in their tonnage calculation because those are outdoor areas, which is kind of a fun fact. But yeah, so just the way they have the ship laid out and the interior areas and spaces on the ship, the Project Ace should be, is smaller, sort of, when it comes to tonnage, but about the same size when it comes to just actual physical dimensions of the ships. There we go. How's everybody doing today, though? Everybody having a great Sunday so far? Our first two ships, both Vista-class ships, are underway here from Port Canaveral. And again, if we reach our like goal of 150 likes on the stream today, I will reveal my last-minute cruise that I just booked. If not, it would remain a secret for less than 2 weeks. But yeah, be sure to leave a like on the stream, though, if you're having a good time. Lets YouTube know to recommend this to more. That way we can grow our audience and have everybody hanging out here on the weekends at all of our cruise nerds hanging out here on the weekends and watch these departures here from Canaveral. Gary B, what's up? Yes, doing good, just very cold. Good but cold. Yeah, realize the length of the ships. It's so cool. Star's never docked port side, but it's going to be really crazy the day she finally does, and we get to see her like broadside like that in the channel. Carnival Ace capacity 8,000 passengers. Yes, 8,000 passengers, insane. Over 230. Is it 230? I thought it was 225. 225 to 230, but still it's about the same thing anyways. Let's see. Carnival fleet cap is approximately 3,200 and scheduled for 2029. That is correct. Is Adventure going through? I think it is scheduled. It's like sometime soon. I think she does go through the canal tomorrow. That's going to be a hell of a sight to see. I kind of feel bad. I didn't really think that there was that many people crazy enough to be out here today. I parked long ways. I'm kind of taking up a lot of space today. Sorry. Need pictures of Adventure in the canal. Oh, yeah, I need pics I didn't have in. That's how I am, man. Sorry for my sniffles. It's just cold. 2:30. Okay. There we go. What's your question about the Ace class? That's cool with Vista in the background. Ah, my fingers are so cold. Welcome in everybody just now tuning in. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome stream today. Again, we've got both Vista class ships, Venezia and Vista, underway here. Our first 2 ships of 6 here on an awesome but yet cold day here in Port Canaveral. Let's see. If it will have 3,200 cabins, do you think Ace class will have 30? 30 decks is a little too high. I would say 20 is probably more in the realistic range. Reason for docking port side and starboard? That's a good question. So I asked Captain Nick on Horizon about this. It kind of depends. Sometimes they'll dock port side, say if there's a medical emergency, they need to debark a guest as soon as possible. That's one scenario. Sometimes they have to do maintenance on one particular side of the ship. It's a variety of different reasons, and sometimes it comes down to timing too. If they have to get a ship in, like in Miami, where there's multiple ships coming into the channel, sometimes it's easier for them to come in 2 at a time, and one can go port side while the other spins. So it's a variety of different reasons, but it's actually kind of one of those interesting things that we don't really think about. But yeah, he said it's a very wide variety of reasons why they would go port side versus starboard side, but they prefer to always be facing outwards wherever they are. Love the Vista Havana cabanas. Yes, those are very, very nice cabins. I had a cabana on Horizon. It was amazing. Loved that room. Again, for those tuning in, be sure to leave a like on the stream if you guys are having a good time. I'll let you guys know what my last-minute cruise that we just booked. We'll reveal some details on that if we can reach our light goal of 150 today. Looks like we're already at that 50 mark, so we're already a third of the way there, which is awesome to see. That's a good question. Where they would, I think you would end up entering behind the Pearl when they dock port side on the Icon class. But it's very rare. I've only seen Icon dock port side twice. Panorama too. Oh, cool. I have not been on Panorama. Panorama is one of the few ships that I just haven't seen out of the Carnival fleet, just because she's been over in LA the whole time. But I would love to have her come here to the Caribbean side, but she's also doing extremely well over in LA, so I get why they're keeping her there for a while. pockets in this winter jacket are very warm. Whoops. There goes my chair. Here we go. I think there's a few of you guys watching. That's funny. Hope everybody on Venezia has a great cruise. Enjoy your time. And I hope it gets warmer soon. Oh my gosh, I need hand warmers. Let's zoom in a bit. There we go. Oh, we're very crooked. Hold on. Let's fix you guys. Is that better or is that the opposite way? That's the wrong way. There we go. That's better. Whew. All right. Water is very, very cold, that's for sure. I know we're all freezing. Let me know in the chat when your next cruise is. I know we're all looking forward to some warmer weather. Always love to see when everybody's next cruise is. There we go. Okay. "11 days." We actually leave on the same day. We're just not. I think I looked at the schedule. You guys are actually in Coco the day before. I'm in Great Stirrup. So we'll miss each other just by a day. But I hope you have a great cruise on Explorer. Vista, February 21st. Very cool. Oh, yours is coming up soon too. September 19th on the Vista. Wow, we got a lot of Vista people here today. September on. Oh, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. March on Star. Oh, very cool. Next cruise planned for Thanksgiving. Now rethinking looking now. Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Very nice. Love to see it. 2 weeks on out of Jacksonville on Gem. That's cool. No, we actually only go to Great Stirrup. That's the only place we go to. We have Sea Day, Great Stirrup, and then Sea Day. That much I will give you guys. If we hit our light goal of 150 likes, we'll let you know what ship and all that. But again, be sure to leave a like. Thank you all for tuning in here today. We got a big crowd today, so love to have you guys here. Thank you all so much for joining in. Leave a like, lets YouTube know to recommend this stream to more people. That way we can grow our audience here, and that way we can get all of the cruise nerds here watching Sailaways every single weekend from Port Canaveral. Don't mind asking, how many cruises have I sailed on? Mom, cover your ears. I think I'm at 57. I'm up to 57, I think, at this point. I'll hit 60 I think I'll hit 60 before the end of the summer. Just subscribed and like. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, let's grow our audience here. We do these live streams every single weekend here in Port Canaveral, and we try to mix in other Florida cruise ports as well where we can. So I hope you guys are enjoying, and we do this as much as we possibly can. We love coming out here. May on Vista, man. Yeah, there's a lot of Vista people here today. That's good. We're all watching your ship leave right now. Love to see it. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a bit of a problem at this point. On a 4 so far, yeah. Thinking about Panorama for birthday in November. just don't tell them. Just don't tell them. Just be like, oh, I have to go pick up a friend from the airport, but I need you to come with me, and then just like hide all the suitcases in the trunk and show up to the airport. You're like, oh, just kidding. Get on. Time to go. Yep, gotta enjoy it. Vista will be 10th cruise. Very cool. That's awesome. I actually sailed on Vista back in 2016. So that's one of the few videos I probably wouldn't recommend of mine to go watch. My Vista tour way back in 2016, so it was not very good. That was when I was very, very first starting on YouTube and all that. So there's a tour, but it's just not very good. But I did recently tour the Horizon, so she's very, very similar though. There's not really a whole lot of differences between Vista and Horizon, to be honest. Just the slide colors are really the only aesthetic piece that's different about the two. Do I cruise on other cruise lines? Do you have a favorite? So, I cruise with everybody. I don't necessarily have a favorite. Oh, Fantasy's moving. I don't necessarily have a favorite cruise line. Right now, I've been cruising a lot with MSC, just because I love how, they're very cheap, very pretty ships. No, just the cruise ships. It's a YouTube live stream.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think there's a launch next weekend. I think the Artemis launch, I think, is coming up soon.
Yeah, next Sunday is the soonest.
Right.
And then Sunday at midnight. And if it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
And then there's I think a Star
Okay.
here next couple days.
Very cool. But I don't necessarily have a favorite cruise line. I've been cruising MSC a lot lately. I've done 3 of them within the past year. But I've cruised Carnival the most, but I haven't really sailed Carnival a whole lot post-COVID. Royal's been a big one of mine. I think Royal does have the best ships, in my opinion. MSC has very pretty ships. MSC's come a long way over the last couple of years since trying to enter the American market, and I think they're going to do really, really great things over the next, 5 to 10 years. NCL is very different. They offer some, they kind of offer an in-between of, they're not necessarily like a luxury line like I would consider Celebrity, but they kind of aim themselves towards Celebrity, but offer kind of what some of the bigger cruise lines like Royal and Carnival offer, like the big water parks, the ropes courses, things like that. So they're like a really cool mix between everything. But I don't necessarily have a favorite. The first sailings for new cruise ships listed on the cruise line website. So I think Festival is available on Carnival's website. Festival is the newest one. Tropical's not on the website yet. Legend of the Seas is available. That one's still under construction on Royal's website. World Atlantic, World Asia for MSC are available to book. Those both are under construction. Icon number 4 should be available to book soon. I'm hearing sometime middle of the month we should be getting a name drop and itineraries open for that. What else? NCL, you can book Luna coming out in March. So I guess technically next month now. Luna comes out next month in March, and then Norwegian Aura comes out in 27. Those are kind of the newest ones. There is also an affiliate link down in the description if you'd like to support the channel in another way. If you use that link down there to book your next cruise with my friends at Cruises It does support the channel. I do get a little commission out of the booking there. And they also are very, very good as far as making sure you get the best deal possible on your cruise. So if you want to check them out, they do great work and they'll get you a good deal. Caleb 10, new icon is Hero. I will not confirm nor deny that, but I would say that's a pretty safe guess. Well, thank you all so much. We're just a little over a third of the way to our like goal of 150 today, so thank you guys so much. Be sure to leave a like. Helps out a bunch. It tells YouTube to recommend them more. And of course, subscribe if you love live streams like this. We come out here every weekend. Favorite place to eat at Port Canaveral? Okay, that's a good one. That's a very different question. I would say I like going to grills just because you're seated. You can even sit outside. You're right next to where the ship's dock, or the Royal Caribbean ship's dock at Terminal 1. That one's probably one of the best places, as well as Rusty's is pretty good. That's pretty much on the other end of that little strip there. Guy's Burgers is very good. Yes, I agree. Guy's Burgers is awesome. That's crazy. There's so many people here today. I don't know why. I don't know why there's so many people out here when it's so cold. I'm going to try MSC or Norwegian. Very cool. My thing with MSC is kind of they're not the best, but they're getting a lot better over the years. But they have very good rates. Their ships are extremely pretty. I think their biggest pain point right now, in my opinion, is the free food. The free food is okay. The specialty dining on MSC is fantastic, but the free food, like in the buffet, could be a little bit better. And you know, the service is hit or miss, but overall, I've never had a problem with their service, but I know a lot of people have mentioned service is a pain point as well. But overall, for what you're paying usually with some of these MSC cruises, I mean, you're getting a fantastic deal and a fantastic trip, and usually on something that's, you know, a very, very pretty ship. Have to go Yacht Club? I really do need to try Yacht Club. Fish and chips or chicken and waffle? I don't think I've always wanted to try chicken and waffles, but I never have. Also, Tyler, if you're watching, I saw you a second ago. I missed you in the chat, but Tyler, what's up? Big shout out to our buddy Tyler over at the Tyler Show, or the Cruise Junkie. He actually does live streams over in Galveston, Texas. So be sure to go check him out. Tyler, are you streaming today? Yeah, the MSC reviews have gotten a lot better recently. I got a little sick on Seashore last year, but I feel like that was just a one-time thing, because I went on Seascape almost right after, and Grandiosa. I think my time on Seashore was just a dud because, but I overall had a great cruise, other than just getting sick towards the end of the cruise. That was also, there was a lot of illnesses going around that time frame of going on that cruise too, so not too surprised, I guess. right. We are at 75. We are halfway to our light goal. Sorry. I hate sniffling into a microphone, but I just can't help it. It's so cold. Yeah, it's not nearly as windy today. It's just a little colder, but it's not nearly as windy. So I guess I'll take that for what it is. All right, everyone wave goodbye to the Carnival Vista heading out to sea. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Alrighty. Welcome to everybody that's just joining in.
We're at MSC Seashore, dropping lines, getting underway from Port Canaveral's West Base and Cruise Terminal 10, bound for sea. Standing by Channel 12 for concerned traffic, pilot aboard MSC Seashore.
All right, Seashore is dropping lines. Very cool. Good to hear. I will catch up with chat here in just a moment as well. Sorry. Usually as these ships come by, I usually am filming the actual ship spotting videos that come out later. But I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Again, be sure to leave a like. It helps out a bunch. Tells you to recommend this to more, and we can grow our audience here. And let's see if we can hit our like goal of 150 today. Let's tune back in with chat here in just a sec. Alrighty. How are we doing? How was that? How was the Vista? $20 degrees in Baltimore. Oof, that's brutal. Oh, to hear the captain's radio. So this is actually just like a generic marine radio that I was able to just pick up off of Amazon. But usually, if you're close enough to the port, that's when you can kind of be able to tune in and listen to them. But it's always nice to kind of have that, so we can listen to the pilots and let them kind of hear, instead of just kind of guessing when the ship is going to leave. We can actually hear the pilots and the captain saying, "Hey, we're dropping lines, heading out." So always cool to see, or cool to have that. All right, let's go ahead and spin around to the Disney Fantasy here. Is actually coming up the channel here as we speak. She's well on her way up the channel. Glad to see the Vista. Excited for your stay. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I hope you have a good time. No person. You'd be amazed at how many cars there are here today, though. I parked long ways because I didn't think there was going to be anybody here. And I was actually going to try to film from inside the car, but it just wasn't going to work. But I almost had something going. But there are so many people here today. I'm like, what are these people doing? You would think it's 80 degrees out by the amount of people that are here. Do we think we're going to get... Actually, Fantasy's very good with doing the horn, so I'm sure we're going to get some here pretty soon. "16 degrees in Delaware." Wow. That is rough. I hope Seashore just gives it a little bit of time, if I'm being completely honest, so I can sit in the car and warm up for a few seconds. I might have a little bit of time, thankfully. Why is it always the Disney ships where the kids are yelling 6-7 off the side of the ships? Nope. Buffering a bit. Hold on. There we go. We're recovering now. I hear Seashore coming off the dock. Ah, my bad. There we go. All right. Yeah, I did a hiccup there a little bit. Looks like we're good though. But we are well on our way to our light goal here. We're sitting on just a little north of 90 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. We're almost at our 150 goal. Seashore is off the dock, by the way. Alrighty. Coop, what's going on? Welcome into the stream. Yeah, Goop, message me in like 2 hours, and I'll send you the World America itinerary, by the way. I keep forgetting. Cool. Yeah, I had heard they're going on Seashore. That's cool. November's a long wait. I don't know. Me being me, I don't know if I could wait till November for a cruise. That's just too long. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do any horns today. That's actually kind of surprising. Usually Disney, Fantasy specifically, will do a ton, usually. I've even seen her cycle through them multiple times. All right, we're gonna hop in the car here for just a minute. Actually, let's go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna, just for a few seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and spin you guys around for Seashore, though. Seashore is coming around the channel here. Okay. All right, let's turn down the volume so I don't. I'm listening to Tate McRae. Ooh, gosh, it's so cold.
Polly, pilot aboard the MSC Seashore. Next outbound is in the West Basin, exiting here shortly.
Okay, wires are down.
Wires down, thank you.
No, Treasure didn't do any horns yesterday either, which is kind of lame. If we're being completely honest. Treasure never does them anymore, for some reason. Nobody on the water side, absolutely not. You couldn't pay me to be on that water slide right now. You know, the crazy thing is that this is the second weekend in a row that Seashore has left before Star, which is crazy because there was, I mean, when MSC first started cruising from Canaveral, they wouldn't leave until 6. But they've quickly started upping their departure times lately, and especially with Seashore. No Star yet. Star seems to be coming after Seashore here. It's not doing much because the car's not running, but it's a lot better than being out there. I have chickened out for the next couple minutes here. Grumpy captains, yes. I agree. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. booking cruises on cruise line website or on travel agents? Um, it's kind of a personal preference. Travel agents do sometimes get some really good deals. Sometimes what travel agents will do is they book groups of a certain sailing. That way they can get discounted rates. So say that the cruise line or the travel agency can reserve 10 cabins for their clients technically. So they'll get a discount on those 10 cabins. So sometimes cruise lines, sometimes the travel agents will actually get better rates because they'll get certain discounts through the cruise lines for booking in bulk like that, or offering bulk bookings.
Driver's side of the channel.
31 in Arkansas. Oh gosh, that's what's the temperature here? It's actually dropping fast. Let's see. It's 45. It'll drop down to 43 by the time Prima leaves. Always booked through the cruise line. Yeah, I mean, I've done that in the past as well. I think ever since I partnered up with that travel agency, Cruises It, I've of course been booking through them. They've been getting me some pretty good rates as well, just because I'm an affiliate. But they tend to do a lot of those group reservations that I was mentioning earlier. They tend to do that a lot. So I've seen them get some extremely good deals on some of their bookings. But yeah, the travel agency Cruises It, they're very good people. They've actually got me opportunities on a couple ship tours and things like that. But if you use that link in the description and book your next cruise with them, it does help out the channel a lot. They usually will send me part of the commission as well, which is really, really nice that they can do something like that. Adjust the camera. There we go. Love that. TAs usually get better deals on things like onboard credit. Yes, they do. Onboard credit is a big thing as well that travel agents can do. But yeah, it's always a personal preference. When I booked in the past through the cruise line, I've never had a problem booking through the cruise line. So. We are over 100 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much for liking the stream. Glad you guys are enjoying it. Again, if we reach our like goal of 150, I will reveal details of my next cruise coming up here in just a few days, actually. I'll let you guys know what ship I'm sailing on and all of that. But thank you all so much. And of course, leaving a like does help out a lot. Let's YouTube recommend this video to more people. That way we can grow our audience and have as many people here hanging out every single weekend watching these sailaways here from Port Canaveral. All right, she's getting close now. I gotta get out. But yes, and again, if you're new, be sure to subscribe as well, because again, we do these here from Canaveral and other Florida cruise ports every weekend. So if you like ship spotting and these live streams, you're definitely in the right place. Alrighty. That was slightly refreshing, being in the car for just a bit. Grandiosa again? No, unfortunately. That would be nice to go on Grandiosa again, though. It's not a Canaveral ship. I'll give you guys that much. Since we've hit 100, I'll at least tell you that that it is not a ship out of Canaveral. But I'll let you guys know what ship it is if we reach that 150 goal here. It is different. It's definitely not like anything I've sailed on recently. It's actually, yeah, I haven't sailed on anything in that size in a long time. But I loved Grandiosa, man. That was a fantastic ship. Speaking of Grandiosa, I think we're going to be doing a podcast tonight for the Grandiosa review. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably be a little later on tonight, like probably around 9 o'clock or so. But I believe we're going to be doing a Grandiosa review podcast tonight. No, not Icon. Although I wish. I would love to get back on an Icon class. I don't have any Icons booked at the moment. I have an Oasis class booked, but this isn't the one. Yeah. I am going on Harmony. Harmony is the Oasis class that I have booked right now. I'm going on her in August. Huge review, yes. Yeah, the Seaside class with Seashore, Seascape, and then Seaside Seaview. They're very interesting looking ships. They're very, very unique in their design. I know Prima has a lot of characteristics from that class because they're kind of from the same project from Fincantieri, but they're very interesting ships. They're definitely interesting. Massive. Is that oh yes, after Harmony's dry dock, yes. It is out of Tampa, yes. I'll give you that. No additional details until we hit that 150 mark though. We're coming up on it though. We're already at 110. Thank you guys so much. Ooh, I should live stream going under the bridge in Tampa. I was just thinking about that actually. If I can make that work, I definitely will. That's a great idea. Yes, my gaming channel stream. We were talking about it the other night. It is a ship that doesn't spend a whole lot of time here in the United States, too. she's always on some sort of like crazy, adventurous, and exotic itinerary. So it's weird that she's here in the US, which makes it really cool, or like that much cooler to have her here and go on it. Love that. Seashore never disappoints with those horns. Stars behind today. That's interesting. Shouldn't leave the car on too long. I forgot to turn it off. Alrighty, where's the remote? There it is. It's just looking right at it. MSC Seaside layout is very weird. I will stay to watch Prima, yes. I will be here for that. She leaves around 6 o'clock, but we will still be here. Gotta start dinner. Thanks, Mom. She's making spaghetti for me, and I can pick it up on the way home. We have friends on the Prima. Oh, very cool. I hope they have a great cruise. Wow, voice crack. I hope they have a great cruise. Prima is an awesome ship. go. Just got off Prima today, had a lot of fun. Very cool. Yeah, glad to see you had a good time. Moms are great. Yes, big shout out to Mom. Just a little over 30 likes away from our like goal. Thank you guys so much. We're almost there. Be sure to leave a like on the stream. It does help out a bunch. It tells YouTube to recommend this stream to more people. We can grow our audience here. Have as many people watching these Stay the Way live streams as we can, of course. And of course, we are the best place here on YouTube for cruise nerds. And be sure to subscribe. We do this every single weekend, even in the blistering cold. I know it's tough to say for Florida, but even here in the cold, we are here every weekend. As long as we're not on a cruise, we are here ship spotting every weekend. Alrighty. Okay. I guess that's a good reason to not do them. What's up, Jay? All right, next up should be Star of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship. Up next. Here comes that pilot boat coming back in. Yes, enjoy your cruise on Seashore. Chase Sweeping Rays, May 4 to 6. That's crazy you're coming all the way down here for that. You're not going on a cruise? Or you're down here? If that wasn't in the middle of the week, I would love to join you. There we go. Alrighty. Back to the car. In the warmth.
On the Star of the Seas, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm headed down that way. Gonna be North Street over there by you.
Okay, we're going to be getting engines here in a few minutes and probably starting thrusters and coming off the dock. If you're just going to be docking at North River, that's fine, but you may get some thruster wash.
All right. Might help me shove me in there. So we'll watch out for you.
Okay.
All right. A little bit of warm-up time. It's out of focus? What the heck? It is out of focus. What the heck? Usually it autofocuses. Hold on. Okay. That's weird. It's usually autofocuses like that. Interesting. There we go. That's better. Perfect. Ooh. There we go. Should be fixed. Yeah, it just didn't, for some reason it didn't focus like it normally does. Is that better for you guys? Okay, very good. Good to hear. Yep. Next up, Star of the Seas. Sounds like they're about to get those engines running. I don't know why they're so late today.
Canavara pilot, Canavara pilot.
That would be the Prima.
Norwegian Prima, go ahead for Canal pilots.
Good afternoon, pilot. Norwegian Prima 17001, our notice for our departure time at 1800.
Okay, good copy on that. 1800 departure confirmed. Pilot will be there just before and boarding you shoreside.
Copy that, the pilot on board 50 minutes before at least shoreside. Thank you, see you on departure.
Cool. All right. Not too much longer till we get our last ship going here in just about an hour. On Saturday afternoon, parents and you are going to Fish Slips. Okay, yeah, I haven't tried that place, but I hear it's good. It's right on the water too, which is nice. Thank you. Yeah, I love this little camera that I got for doing this. It's a great little webcam. Unfortunately, I wish I could take this on my cruises with me, but it's just such a big setup that it's not very mobile. So I wouldn't be able to carry it around on a cruise or anything like that, but I would love to see if I can get a good little thing going on the cruise in about a week and a half. I'll probably be able to figure something out with like my phone or something. So I definitely want to stream coming out of the Port of Tampa. That would be really cool. Also, just 20 likes away from our like goal. Thank you guys so much. We're almost there. We'll give you guys the details on our last minute cruise that we just booked about 2 days ago. If we can hit that 150 like goal. If not, we'll just remain a mystery here for about 10 days, and then you'll find out then. But I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out here. It is a great shot. Yes, I agree. But thank you all so much for hanging out today. It's been awesome. It's been a great stream. And we do these live streams every single weekend. So if you're just now tuning in for the first time, welcome. And definitely hit that subscribe button if you love live streams of cruise ship departures like this. Oh yeah, I bet the crew that, when they get the notification that they're going to bring in the big new flagship of any fleet, especially a ship like Star, I'm sure they get very, very excited. This is just straight out of the box, actually. I think it has some programmable settings. It might be on the outdoor setting, but that's like the only thing. And I think it messes with the contrast a little bit. But overall, it's pretty much right out of the box. No Caleb Glaze. What's up, Jay? Missed the 7-day cruises with NCL departing out of New York. Now they have 10 plus. Yeah, NCL always offers. They're one of the, out of like I guess the main 3 to 4 cruise lines. They always are the ones that are offering the longest itineraries, I feel like, on any of their ships. But yes, they used to always, and it's a bummer too, because they would always stop, at least during the wintertime, they would stop here in Port Canaveral on their way down. They would do like Great Stirrup, Nassau, and Port Canaveral, which was always really cool to see some of the New York ships down here, at least, for one day at a time. But yeah, it is very weird, especially during the wintertime. It's probably mostly because they want to get to really warm waters for, a more enjoyable cruise experience. But it is interesting that they don't go quite far south. Hello from Dominican Republic. Oh, very cool. Thank you for tuning in. Icon and Star, are they same size? Their tonnage is almost exact. I think the only difference between Icon and Star is literally just one single hot tub.
Canaveral pilot aboard the Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas is departing Port Canaveral from the Middle Basin. Cruise Terminal 1 outbound for sea. All concerned traffic come up on Channel 12 for the Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas is departing Port Canaveral from the Middle Basin outbound for sea. All concerned traffic come up on Channel 12 for the Star of the Seas. Canaveral pilot aboard the Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas is departing Port Canaveral from the Middle Basin. Cruise Terminal 1 outbound for sea. All concerned traffic come up on Channel 12 for the Star of the Seas.
Yeah, it would have been really cool to kind of get that notification that you're going to be based on the next world's largest cruise ship, to work on there, especially bringing it in. That would be awesome. Yeah, the tonnage is nearly exact, but I know Star has one hot tub more than Icon. That seems to be really the only actual difference between those two ships. They're almost identical. Thank you. Yeah, we try to we try to include as much of it as we can. It's very enjoyable to have here, especially letting us know when the ships are going to be underway soon. I love having it. I'm glad you enjoy that, or you guys all enjoy that part of it too. Kind of differentiates ourselves a little bit. Look, you put January on your back. I mean, man, I'm really enjoying these streams. Honestly, I'm so glad I started doing this a few months ago. It's actually really nice to have a little break and sit and warm up inside the car. This is so nice. The heat is blasting through here, and my seat warmers are on full. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. No falling iguanas here. No, that's more South Florida. But we definitely had some very cold temperatures this morning. But I think it's about, I would say, West Palm Beach and further south are usually where you see the falling iguanas.
Carnival pilot on the Star of the Seas, Channel 12.
Paulie, wires are down for you.
Thanks, sir. I'm coming by soon.
Roger, have a good trip. Security. Motor vessel Victory 1 is inbound Port Canaveral, north of the channel at buoys 5 and 6. We'll be turning in the Middle Basin, docking at cruise terminal number 2. Standing by.
Will they ever get a second icon class? Eventually. Once we have 5 to 7 of these.
Motor vessel Victory 1 is inbound Port Canaveral, north of the channel at buoys
Just heard the horn.
We'll be turning in the Middle Basin.
Should be coming off the dock here shortly.
Standing by on channel 12 for traffic 61.
Have no clue where to put it with all the snow and ice. Oh, jeez. It's going to be gone in the morning. It's going to be at the bottom of the hill. Nope. I see her moving just a little bit. It looks like the bow is starting to swing off. Now I don't want to go back out into the cold. Oop. If I cruised from Galveston, I have not cruised from Galveston yet, actually. I've been wanting to, especially after coming down to Florida. It's kind of tough to justify going out to Texas now at this point, because we usually have at least a similar ship here in Florida. But I've always wanted to cruise out of there. I think it's time to get back outside. Ooh. That was a nice little warm-up. Here we go. Galveston is a very large port. They're growing very rapidly. They just brought online that fourth terminal, and they're already looking into a fifth one. This place really cleared out. What the heck? Oh, I gotta get the radio. Can't forget that. Oh, the radio is not gonna last too much longer. Cruise out of here, but every time I've looked at cruises, the prices are always higher. Never understood. That is really interesting. That I've noticed that as well, and I don't know the reason as to why. Have a good one, Oscar. Glad I was able to freeze for your enjoyment. It is crazy that they are looking into another terminal already there. They just opened that one up. Yes, Galveston is a great port. Yeah, they're growing just extremely quick. There is a new port coming to Philadelphia. That is really cool, actually. I think it's Norwegian Jewel? Is that the one that's coming to Philadelphia? I know that was the render. It showed the Jewel. Maybe the Gem at some point, I think, but I know the Jewel for sure. That's gonna be really cool for that area, though. Is there a bridge in Philly that's gonna limit it, or is it just based off of whoever wants to go there? Because that could become the new Baltimore if there's no bridge. We are not too far off of our like goal of 150 as well. We are just 15 likes away. Thank you all so much for getting us there. And of course, as mentioned earlier, if we reach that 150 like goal, I will let you guys in on the secret of what my last minute cruise that I booked is. But I'm very, very excited for it. We're literally leaving in, I think, 11 days is how last minute it is. We just booked this cruise and it leaves in 11 days. But yes, leaving a like on the stream definitely helps out a bunch. It tells YouTube to recommend this live stream to more people, and we can grow our audience here and all enjoy these sailaways here every single weekend. And be sure to subscribe if you're new. Galveston's talking about having 7 terminals that's crazy. I've seen a master plan for Canaveral and they want 10 here, but that master plan was from years ago. But we really need 10 though. We really need 10 terminals here in Canaveral if we're being completely honest with ourselves. Oops. Yes, honestly, by the time, because we're going to get that, we are finally getting that 7th terminal relatively soon. I don't know of an exact time frame, but we are getting that 7th terminal within the next year or so, probably 1 to 2 years. But once we get that, by the time we get that 7th terminal online, we're already going to be needing an 8th one. So it's just crazy. Like, this port is growing so fast. And that's one thing with the Port of Tampa. I know there was ideas that were pitched to the county to build something on the outside of the Skyway Bridge, which would be awesome, but there's already a ton of opposition to it. There's a lot of people that are not happy about the idea of it. Delaware Memorial Bridge in Philadelphia. Okay, is it super low like in Baltimore or like the Skyway Bridge, or is it something that's kind of taller like the Verrazano Bridge up in New York? I'm wondering the size limits of something like that, because that would be huge for the area for sure. Till 2029. I don't know if it's 29. I think they were at least looking like earliest 27. Only mid-sized ships, not megas. Okay. So you could get probably like the Carnival Freedom, maybe even the Dream class or the Vista class ships from Carnival, like that size? Or is Jewel just about it? Interesting. Okay. I know they finally waited for that. that boat marina finally had the lease expire, or it's expiring soon, so they'll be able to get started on it eventually. Due to this mid-size, not mega ships, so Pearl will start. Okay, I figured there was going to be a second one from that class. Pearl would be a nice addition up there as well. There we go, Star of the Seas. We're just 5 likes away from our like goal. Thank you guys so much. Alrighty. Time to do some filming. very quiet today. All right, Prima's ready to go. Alrighty. Looks like we hit our 150 like goal. Thank you guys so much. We'll dive into details of my upcoming cruise here momentarily as the Star of the Seas come by, but I'll give you guys a hint. She is a star. It's definitely much different than what we've done lately, I can tell you that. It is Norwegian Star. There it is in the chat. We are sailing on a Norwegian Star in about 10 days, just a little over 10 days. We are sailing on the Norwegian Star for 4 nights out of the port of Tampa. This one's a very interesting one. She's definitely not, the most jaw-dropping ship of all time, but she's definitely a really cool one because the last time she was in Tampa, let alone Florida, she doesn't spend a whole lot of time in Florida really. But she's always doing so long and exotic itineraries around Europe and all sorts of places. So it's really interesting to have her here in Florida, and it's going to be really cool to have the opportunity to sail on her. But it'll be really cool to give that. I'm excited to try that class of ship and just kind of see what they're all about. Those ships are always touted as like ones that that class of ship. So the Dawn class and the Jewel class are always regarded as like some that are still offering a lot of the traditional cruise experiences that, that used to be around, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Whereas these mega ships are, offering basically an entire floating resort or a floating city type of experience where, so it's a completely different type and vibe that we're going to get here on Norwegian Star. So it's going to be fun to try. That's for sure. I have not cruised to Alaska, no. It's on my list. I think I'll try to go on it. I'll go up that way soon, hopefully. But yes, she is going to just Great Stirrup Cay. It's a 4-night sailing. It's really cool too, because again, like those exotic itineraries, not Great Stirrup Cay. But one thing that she does really cool out of Tampa is instead of typically with a 4 and 5 night itinerary, it's a 4, 5, 5, and then back to a 4 is usually how they schedule those. But what they're doing with Star out of Tampa is that they're doing a 4 and 10 schedule instead, which is really cool. So she'll do some pretty crazy itineraries out of Tampa, but then she'll do these random 4s. Aircraft carrier. All right, so Prima should be heading out relatively soon. It sounded like her pilot is on the way, so she'll be picking them up and heading on out here kind of soon. Sorry for my sniffles. There she goes. Let's go ahead and spin you guys around. We'll focus on the Prima as we wait for her departure. So Prima's our last ship of the day and should be setting sail probably within the next 20 minutes or so. But there she is. That's her funnel there. So we'll just zoom in on there and just hang out for the next little bit here. But yes, I will be sailing on the Norwegian Star. So we set sail February 12th. And we come back the 16th. So it's a quick little 4-day cruise. We depart Tampa. We depart Tampa on the 12th. We'll go 1 sea day. Great Stirrup Cay will actually be docked with, well, we won't be docked because they can only do 1 ship at a time at the moment for Great Stirrup Cay, but we'll be with Aqua in Great Stirrup Cay. Whew. Oh, gosh, it's really getting cold now. We'll be across from Wonder and Oasis together in Coco. Very much looking forward to that ship. It'll definitely be a lot different than stuff we've done in the past. A lot of the ships we've done, we've sailed on Star of the Seas, we've sailed on the Grandiosa, Utopia, Wonder, all these crazy mega ships, but this will be something completely different. And I'm excited to go out of Tampa again. I haven't sailed on Tampa or out of Tampa since 2011. It's way too cold, man. I gotta warm up. Have a good one. You too, man. Have a good one. That was Chase. I haven't had a chance to actually go up and say hey to him, but I've been meaning to stop by and introduce myself here to him recently, but I think it looks like he's heading out for the day. Yep, we were missing you by one day. Yeah, because you'll be able to see all the ships in Great Stirrup Key and from Coco, which is really cool. But we'll have a great view of Oasis and Wonder. But it looks like Explorer and let's see who you're docked with. Actually, I think I just had that pulled up. Oasis and Wonder is gonna be cool to see. Oh, you're gonna be docked next to Icon when you're on Explorer. That's really cool. You are going to get some really cool photos of that ship. Yes, Norwegian Star. We'll be sailing on Norwegian Star. Just about 10 days from now. Bobby, hello, hello. Yeah, it'll be really cool to see Icon. She's always a really fun one to see. Anytime you can see an Icon class in person, it's just really, really cool. Here comes the Victory Casino. You will be in Great Stirrup. Are you on Aqua or are you sailing on Star? Because we'll be with Aqua that day. Oh wait, no, the 16th. I get back on the 16th. I'm confused there. But what ship are you going on? Under her own power. Yeah, she was getting tugged yesterday. That was crazy to see. This Thursday from Baltimore. Very cool. Oh, is that Vision of the Seas? Sailing on Explorer Saturday. Cool. Explorer looks like an awesome ship. I'd like to sail on her. I'd like to get back on the Vision class at some point. Ooh, I really got to chill with letting the car run here. Sailing on Prima. Cool. Because say on the 15th on Prima. Okay, very cool. Unfortunately, I won't be live streaming your departures. I will be on Norwegian Star that day, but very cool. I hope you have a great time on Prima. I'm almost out of gas. I hit about 15 miles worth of gas more than it takes to get home, so I'm gonna cut it close. Yep. So the rest of the year's lineup is gonna be fun. We've already sailed on one cruise this year. We've already had the Grandiosa. We'll be sailing on the Norwegian Star here in just a little over a week, and we have the Norwegian Luna in April, Seaside in May, Harmony in August, World America in September. It's a packed year. It's a packed year. I want to try to get something in November too if I can. But a lot of good ships this year. Oh, the radio's out there. Darn it. Do I enjoy... what do I have for 27 so far? So 2027, I have 2 cruises as of right now booked for 27. I'm going on they're both inaugurals, which is awesome, but I'm going on the Miami inaugural for Norwegian Aura, and then I'll be on the maiden voyage of World Atlantic from MSC. So those are the 2 that I have booked for 2027. Very cool. Yes, Vision sometimes will stop here during the weekends, and sometimes she's here during the week. But I hope you have a great time on Vision. I do. Sometimes I'll cruise on the holidays. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive to cruise during the holidays. So sometimes I'll cruise like right before or right after a holiday, which is always a little bit just more on the cost efficient side. But sailing during the holidays is always nice. We used to always cruise during Thanksgiving when I was younger. Bliss to Alaska in May. That's cool. I sailed on the Bliss for the inaugural Panama Canal cruise back in 2018. Bliss is still among one of my favorite ships that I've ever been on. Fantastic ship. I'm not too sure as to why Star was leaving late today. Not really sure. Yes, I think they're supposed to be revealing that itinerary and opening up that itinerary for Icon 4, I think on the 12th or around that time frame. So that'll be really cool. But yeah, we'll be getting Icon 4 news relatively soon. I would say at the absolute latest by the end of next week, not this coming week, but next week, at the absolute latest, we should have a name and itineraries for Icon 4. That's not really based off of anything that I've been told inside-wise. I think that's more of just Royal Caribbean. I think their schedule of when they release itineraries, that specific sailing or that specific set of itineraries are open to book, I think as of the 12th. So we should at latest be getting Icon 4 news like next week, late next week. But I've seen a lot of people guess the name of Icon 4 correctly, so I'll give you guys that. Thank you. Yeah, I love seeing people turn into cruise fans. I have a buddy at work that's actually going on his first cruise in March. He's been asking a bunch of questions, but I'm like, dude, you're gonna get hooked. As soon as you go on that first cruise, you're gonna get hooked. But I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. Thank you so much. It's like, as long as you don't have any sort of like crazy, just like one-off type of experience and no major issues, usually most people come back from their first cruise like completely hooked. And I love that. Itineraries are almost certainly going to be the same as always, except dropping Coco on the Westerns. Yes. And Perfect Day Mexico also is, I guess, running into some legal troubles now, which is interesting and random. But I guess the local government blocked construction on it, or at least they're putting a halt on it for the time being. It's kind of random and weird that they're doing it, but I guess they're trying to protect the environment a little bit. And I think there's like water shortages and stuff like that with fresh water and a variety of different things. But I guess we'll see how it all turns out. You know, if anything, it'll just get delayed just by a few weeks or so, or who knows. Oh, wow, we're almost up to 17,300 on the subscriber count. Love to see it. Recommend a shuttle service from Orlando to the Cape. Prima's moving. Cool. I would say, are you coming from the airport? I would say a shuttle or an Uber probably would be the easiest. But if you're coming from MCO Airport, then there's usually a pretty wide variety. I would look into an Uber, and I would also look into a shuttle service. I'm not familiar with specific names of companies for shuttle services, but I know there's quite a few. that operate out of the MCO airport that come out here. But I've seen sometimes that grabbing an Uber just like for your own family has been around the same price or maybe relatively cheaper. Cruise control, transportation, okay. Yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, that's great too. I think with me being, an hour down the road, I'm not actually all too familiar with actual transportation services. I gotta charge the laptop. Uh-oh. Bink. Oop. Here comes the Norwegian Prima. Oh boy, it's cold. Sit back in the car for a minute. Last ship is finally coming. Yes, almost time to go home and warm up. Drive one of the princess ships or celebrity out of Canaveral. I would love to. I would love to get on Apex. If I can get on the Celebrity Apex, I will. That's actually a ship I've considered. So I work remote. I'm also very limited on my PTO, but actually I get a little bit more PTO than probably most people do, but I always take way too much advantage of it. But if I can get it to work, and I'm going to do a little bit of testing with it as well on Norwegian Star, but that's one of the ships I would love to get the opportunity to go on Celebrity Apex, and I would probably just take my work laptop and just work from the ship for a week, which is kind of defeating the purpose of a vacation. But when you cruise, 5, 6, even 7 times a year, I guess it's really not a big deal. I'm glad we're getting a daylight departure for her. But yeah, I'd like to try. When Star Princess comes here to Port Canaveral, I would definitely like to try to see if I can get on one of those. We'll do a black light or flashlight, port side, 2 rooms past. Okay. Hope you have a great cruise. IndyCar, hello. Alk, what's going on? Golden hour departure, yes. Awesome. Usually she leaves super late, so I'm glad we're getting a daylight departure here for her. Let's step back out into the Arctic and swing the camera just a little bit. And back inside. It is not nice and warm. It might be nice, but it is not warm. It is so cold. It's in the low 40s right now, which low 40s you throw a hurricane at us, no problem. 40-degree weather, not having it. That's a different story. Might as well be snowing. It is very free. It's very cold. Very much looking forward to our next cruise in about 10 days. I need some warmth. $34, is it 34 with a wind? Let's see. The feels like temperature is 31. Yes, this is the last ship of the day. The hero sandwiches. Yeah, this is like a freak of a cold snap down here. It was 26 when I woke up this morning. I could not believe it. I was like stunned. I like couldn't get out of bed this morning. It was so cold. Yeah, I have on, this is my layering for the day. I've got 2 layers of socks, 3 layers of pants, and then I have just a regular shirt, a sweater, and then a hoodie and a winter jacket. Honestly, I needed like something to cover my face today, and gloves. Yeah, just walking out today was the minus 12. Oh, Celsius. So what is that Fahrenheit? That's got to be close to like single digits in Fahrenheit, right? No, I need a little hat, like a little beanie of a hat. Wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Oh my gosh. I could never. All right, let's see you pick up some speed out of here, Prima. I am so excited to try NCL again. It has been so long. My last NCL cruise was the inaugural canal sailing on Bliss back in 2018. I have not been on NCL since, and now my next 2 cruises are with NCL, and I could not be happier. Ontario, okay. That's crazy. Chargeable jacket to keep. I heard about one of those, like for the first time. Does that literally just have like a built-in heater into those? That sounds amazing. I could have used that all day today. Oh, wow, look at the moon. I'm gonna spin you guys around real quick. Look at the moon. Ah! Oh, I just screwed up my Starlink. There we go. I literally tripped over the coordinate, like yanked it out of its place. Oh, 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 focus. Focus. Look at the moon. That's so cool. Very pretty night. Yeah, I know the moon's huge tonight. Yeah, so Prima is actually based off of the same project. The project is called Project Melee, from Fincantieri. Oh, Ryan, what's going on? Just saw your chat up at the top. But yes, Prima is part of what's called Project Melee out of Fincantieri. So the Seaside class is originally pretty much the original design or the original concept. And then it evolved into Project Leonardo, which is now Norwegian Prima class. Even Virgin Voyages is based off of the Project Melee. So they all kind of share the same characteristics with the very wide bottom, but the narrow superstructure. And then, to my knowledge, Project Ace, and I've, based off of what I've seen, Project Ace from Carnival is based off of that project, but on a very, very large scale. Same with the Sphere class. Those two new Princess ships are based off of that. And Project New Era, to my knowledge, is going to be the same thing. Five inches of snow last night in Myrtle Beach. That's crazy. Okay, I guess it's time to go back out. Gosh, why do I keep doing that with the Starlink? Sorry. Keep tripping over it when I come out. Yeah, I don't do the cold, man. I don't do the cold. Actually, what I'm gonna do is fold up my chairs and get semi ready to go. I gotta let the car warm up. Darn it. Oh, camera would be helpful to have. Just about to go looking for it. Just realized my passport is still in my backpack from the last cruise from 2 weeks ago. I guess I don't have to take it out now. Ready to be down in Cape Canaveral next weekend. Looking at the temperatures for next week. It looks like a warm. Oh, I hope so. I really hope next weekend is warm. I've been hearing it's a bit of a rough weekend out there, out on the seas. Yeah, very, very cold. Oh, does Prima have an online bow camera? That's cool. I did not know that. Oh, that's gonna be a really cool photo of Prima as she starts coming up on that on the moon when she passes by. The moon is so pretty tonight. It's huge. Yeah, super, super cold though. Taking my dad's winter jacket was a legendary move. Like, oh yeah, I want to come get coffee with you guys. I'm definitely not here to steal your jacket. Is it full? Yes, it is a full moon. You'll see it here in just a moment, but yeah, it's huge too. Alrighty, here comes the Norwegian Prima. This might be the best lighting we've had for Prima. All right. Yeah, look at that moon as Prima gets closer. It was a lot bigger a minute ago, but still cool. Okay, I need to start the car. Ugh. See, temps are, gosh, it's gonna take a minute to warm up too. Ah. There we go. Let's zoom in for you guys. Oh, there it is. There's the moon. No horns. Yeah, bummer. Big bummer. Oh gosh, so cold. Alrighty. Alrighty. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. It was awesome. I had a great time being out here despite being freezing cold. But I hope to see you all next week. We are going to do a podcast tonight. We're finally going to be reviewing the MSC Grandiosa tonight. Stay tuned. I believe it's going to be either somewhere between 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. So keep those notifications on. We're going to have that stream up pretty soon. But we're going to live stream a podcast review of the MSC Grandiosa later on tonight. So I hope to see you all there. And I also hope to see you guys next weekend for some more ship sweating and departure live streams. Have a good night, everybody.